All right, where to begin? Where to begin? My throat's bothered me a little bit. Sorry about that. Where to begin? Well, I want to talk a little bit about why I started this channel in the first place. If you guys are wondering why it's all dark and chilled out and stuff like that, this is how I usually am when I'm sitting in my room just gaming or hanging out or whatever. I don't have my bright overhead light on. I don't have the room lights on. I don't have all that stuff on. I like to just sit in this blue kind of light and just chill and hang out. It's relaxing for me. It's just relaxing for me. So I want to talk a little bit about why I'm starting this third channel. If you haven't already, make sure to check out the first channel where I do Pokemon reactions, the second channel where I do Nuzlocke. This third channel is not going to be specific. It's not going to have a particular niche. This third channel is just going to be me talking about whatever I want to talk about, playing whatever I want to play, doing whatever I want to do on this third channel. It's just called More CJ, More Curmudgeon Jones, because it's just gonna be more of me and everything. The Pokemon reactions channel, while it was fun for a long time, it's not as much fun lately. I'm just not as enjoying reacting to stuff. There aren't that many cool, interesting things made for Pokemon, because Pokemon has such like hard, strong control over its stuff. It's hard for creators to make like cool things, I think, a lot of times. The best videos that are coming out are like people doing Nuzlocke and people doing like different types of Pokemon challenges. Like if you look at Purple Cliff's Laugh You Lose, those are really great. That's some of the most fun I've had in a long time watching Pokemon content. The Battle Royale stuff was awesome. I loved watching that. That's kind of what started the growth of the channel in the first place, and really is still carrying the growth of the channel. If you look at all my top videos, it's basically me reacting to those Battle Royales. So that was a lot of fun, but stuff like that doesn't come out that often, and I'm trying to put out one video a week, so sometimes I feel like I'm just forcing myself to watch something that I don't care that much about. I enjoyed the Patters stuff, but it seems like you guys don't really like watching the Patters reactions. So yeah, I don't know. It seems like sometimes the stuff that I want to watch, people don't care about me reacting to, and the stuff that I enjoy watching just doesn't do that well, which is okay. So I'm still probably just going to keep putting out one video a week on that channel. Other than that, I don't think that there's going to be that many videos I want to react to. If I do put out more than one video, it'll be because something popped up on my YouTube feed that I really want to watch. So just expect one video a week, and if you get extra ones, then it'll just be a nice little bonus. If you haven't noticed, I've been putting this sub goal up on all of my videos. It's really a live stream sub goal. The way it works is when someone subs while I'm live streaming, it will update that number, but it works when people just sub in general as well. I'm just putting that on there just to remind you to sub. Also, at the beginning of my videos, I usually have that little sub pop up. I don't want to like stop in the middle of my video to be like, hey, subscribe to the channel, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to do that. And I don't want to ramble a lot at the end. I just want to say, hey, if you would, please subscribe to the channel. But if I have like a constant reminder up there like that, or like that little pop-up that comes up, and like then I say a little thing at the end, I think that's enough shameless plugging. So a lot of my videos are probably just going to have a sub goal on there, just mostly as a reminder. If you guys sub, it really means a lot. It helps YouTube recommend my stuff to you. You'll get to see when new videos come out, which is great, but mostly it just really helps out with the channel growth and with the algorithm if you subscribe to my channel. So I really appreciate that. I'm kind of rambling a little bit. Okay, so we're working on the third channel. The reason I wanted to do a third channel is because reacting to the Pokemon stuff has gotten kind of stale, kind of boring, but I want to keep doing that because that channel is growing. And it feels really good to have something that is growing and that is still pulling in numbers. Like, usually that big Battle Royale video that I got that has like 30,000 views, it usually pulls in 1,000 views a month. It'll pull in like 10 to 20 or so a day. So it's cool that that is like something that people are still watching to this day. So I definitely don't want to give up on that channel. I just am not as excited about it as I was when I started. The Nuzlocke channel, I am having a lot of fun doing. I'm really enjoying playing the Nuzlocke. I've taken about a week or two break from it recently. but it's not because I wasn't enjoying it. It's because I was enjoying other things more. But I've still been putting out all of I finished the Fire Red Nuzlocke, and all of those videos will be coming out over the next few weeks. So that challenge is officially done. I did beat it. I did complete it. I beat the league, and then I did the Sevi Islands stuff really quickly, as fast as I could while I was recording, because it was really boring and I didn't like it. And then I went back and I beat the league for the second time. So that challenge is officially over. I did start the Soul Silver challenge. I've got a lot of backlog footage for that, so it'll be a while before I actually have to play that again. I'm probably going to try to just make myself play it like once a week, just so I know what's going on and I can keep up with where I was and I'm not lost when I come back to it. But yeah, you'll expect like 1 or 2 of those videos a week, maybe even 3. And then the Fire Red will probably be 1 or 2 or 3 a week until it wraps up. And then after the Fire Red one, all of its episodes are out. I'll go ahead and start up the Pokemon Black one, which is the Nuzlocke by committee. If you guys have been voting in those polls on my main YouTube channel, you can actually decide what my encounters are and decide various things throughout the Nuzlocke. And what I'll probably do is every time I get like 5 subscribers or so I'll have like this sub goal up here. Every time I get 5 subscribers or so on that channel, I'll post another poll of like, swap a team member, release a team member, change a Pokemon's name, swap one encounter for another encounter, take on a boss with certain rules and restrictions. I'll probably like post stuff like that just for fun every time I get like 5 subscribers or so. Just a fun way to like incentivize subscribing, but also giving you even more control over that Nuzlocke. But I haven't started that one yet. I've got the overlay, I think, done for it. I haven't checked in a while. So I can start that at any time, but I'm probably going to start it once the Fire Red, all of the episodes of the Fire Red one are up. That way that one's up and done. Nuzlocke channel is fun. I'm enjoying it. It's mostly a for fun project for me. I have been putting a lot more time and effort into it than the main channel because it's been so much more fun, but it's not really seeing growth. I'm up to like 70 subscribers, which isn't great. I think I have probably almost as many videos as I have subscribers, which is not a good pace to be growing at. I think people just don't like the style of Nuzlocke content that I'm doing, where I release an episode at a time of, you know, everything that happened while I'm playing. So I'm trying to cut it down and edit it back to be 15 minutes or less. That's like the goal going forward. Some of them will be over because there's just too much footage. But the goal, I think, is going to be to edit those and edit out all the boring stuff and cut them back to be like 15 minutes or less so that they'll be more interesting to watch. They won't be 30 minutes with a bunch of extra stuff in there that people don't really care about. I know on the poll, people voted that they like Nuzlocke stuff to be uncut, but the views don't match up with that. So if you like uncut Nuzlocke stuff, then watch the Fire Red stuff and really boost up the numbers, and then that'll make that true, and I will go back to doing them uncut. And I'm thinking about releasing... I've thought about doing the full VODs in the future, so when I start a new challenge, I don't have them anymore because I've deleted a lot of the footage after I've used it, but I thought about just releasing the full VODs and the cut edited versions and the only fights, so that way there's like 3 ways to consume the videos if you want to. So like there'll be like 3 hour long VOD of me playing it, and then there'll be like a 15-minute video of all of like the most important stuff that happened. And then if there was a really important fight, like I've done with the only fight stuff, like fighting my rival or the gym leaders or stuff like that, those will be like less than 10-minute videos. Usually they're around like 5 to 8 minutes, somewhere in there, of just that important battle. And that way there's 3 different ways for people to consume the content if they want to. Obviously, if you watch all 3, you'll be getting some repeat stuff. So yeah, sorry about that, but that's kind of just the way I'm looking into doing it now. But I don't know. We'll see. I haven't started the black one yet. When I start the black 2 Nuzlocke, I'll probably make a decision on that. But yeah, that's everything for the second channel, basically, and like what's going on with it. Like I said, this third channel is going to be just me playing what I want to play and having fun, which leads me into the next thing that I wanted to talk about, which is Heroes of the Storm. If any of you guys are Heroes of the Storm players, which I don't know if any of you are yet because I don't have any subscribers on this channel yet because I haven't released any videos yet. This will probably be the first video that I release. You will know that Blizzard officially put Heroes of the Storm on maintenance mode. what that means is they will no longer be releasing any new content for it. So no new characters, no new skins, no new cosmetics, no new mounts, no any of that stuff. And they will only be doing balance patches as needed. So if something gets out of control and people are not having fun because of it, then they'll balance something. But other than that, which basically means they're probably never going to release balance patches. Balance patches are just going to be bug fixes mostly. So if a game-breaking bug comes up. And I don't even very much believe in them doing that, because there have been some game-breaking bugs in Heroes that have lasted quite a long time at various points of its existence. So for those of you that know, you probably don't know because I haven't played Heroes of the Storm content, but Heroes of the Storm was actually the thing that made me start YouTubing back when I was in college. So it's been probably 5, maybe 6 years. Even more than that, actually. Probably 6 or 7, possibly even 8 years. I don't remember. And I was just doing videos kind of like Pally Time. I was just doing videos of builds and playing games, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. I stopped doing it for various reasons. I wasn't a very happy person at that time. I was going to school and I was working a part-time job, and I was pretty unhappy back then. But Heroes of the Storm is a game I've always loved. I've always enjoyed it. I still play it to this day for fun. Like, I was going to load it up and play some today, but I thought I would go ahead and record this first. That way I get something up and recorded, and I feel productive for today. So yeah, it's kind of sad to see them just give up on the game. I was pretty sure it was going to happen, but there was a part of me that still hoped that when Microsoft bought it, they might revert some things or make some changes that might make the game better. So what I was hoping is, they would revert some of the changes to make the game more of a competitive game. So like all the changes they made to the maps to make them more competitive, and feel more like just team fight oriented, which is what every map pretty much feels like now in Heroes of the Storm. Every map is based on team fighting, and you can't really win through split pushing that well. I was hoping they would revert some of those changes. I was hoping they might revert the ammo change. I actually liked the ammo. I thought it made Heroes feel really different and unique. So towers and forts had a certain amount of ammo, and you could actually run that ammo out by pushing your minion waves into their structures and pushing your like summons. So if you're like Zagara or Asmodan or Zul, you could summon a lot of minions, and those would take up ammo shots as well. And then after a certain amount of time, it would recharge a certain amount of ammo. But it made split pushing way more viable, because if you could just run into structure long enough and your team could keep them distracted long enough, you could eventually run it out of ammo, and then you could just kill the structures for free. I know a lot of people probably don't like that, but I enjoy split pushing in these games. I think it's fun. It makes me think. It makes me make trade-offs. It gives me a chance to actually have a heavy impact on the game by myself without just flipping coins in a 50-50 team fight. So I was hoping they might maybe make some changes along those lines to just make the game more fun. I thought they might revert some of the murky changes, make him cooler and more fun again. I was hoping they might revert some of the Lost Viking stuff. Obviously, these are all just personal things that I would like to see change based on how I enjoyed the game. The Lost Vikings feel very boring, and they're very much focused on only being like split soaking XP. They have a team fight build, but it's not very good. It's not even worth it. Abathur got a lot of changes to where he's not as good of a split pusher. Zagara got a lot of changes where she's not as good of a split pusher. She's very team focused. And so basically what they did is all of those unique characters that could be split pushers, you can still do it. Don't get me wrong, it's still possible. It's just they had builds that were better at it back in the past. And they've just turned the game into where it's just this, my 5 guys, your 5 guys run to the objective and we fight each other, and whoever team fights better wins, which is fun for a lot of people I know. But I would like to have the option of not having to do that, because it's more fun for me to not do that. So Heroes of the Storm is basically dead, which sucks because I had just recorded. I have 3 videos ready to go. I'm still going to fire them off, and I'll probably still do some build videos just for fun. But I might look into doing some for fun builds in League of Legends instead, and not go so hard on Heroes of the Storm, because it's hard to go hard on a game that they've basically given up on. So yeah. So look out for Heroes of the Storm videos on this channel, possibly some League of Legends videos. I have a very love-hate relationship with League of Legends right now. I love the game. I don't like the people. that's kind of my problem, is I don't think I'm cut out very well for team games, because I want to win and I'm competitive, and a lot of people aren't doing that. So I think I'm going to force myself to try to just play for fun and play some for fun builds, kind of like Ross Boom Socks or Solar Renekton only, or Pansar Dragon. You know, you see those people do some stuff like that just to try to make the game more fun. Anything else on this channel? It'll basically just be whatever I feel like playing. I'm gonna probably do some playthroughs. So like, I've got a lot of games in my Steam backlog, that I want to play. So I'll probably just do like let's plays of them. I know people don't really care about let's plays anymore, but whatever, man. This channel is purely for me to do what I want to do and have fun, and so that's what it's gonna be. I'll probably post like one of these videos a week as well, as far as just like updates, what's going on with me, what's going on with life, what I'm doing on my channels and various stuff. That way, anybody who is interested in getting to know me or my personality or hearing my thoughts on things, you'll get that in this. This is just going to be an amalgamation of me just ranting about whatever I feel like ranting about, basically. The next thing, I've been getting into Warhammer lately, which is really cool. I think Warhammer Age of Sigmar and Warhammer 40k are amazing strategy games, and I've been playing them on Tabletop Simulator. They're super cool, but it's been a huge information overload and learning curve. So it's going to be a little while before I'm like confident enough and comfortable enough to actually play them and feel like I know what's going on. I think I've got Age of Sigmar figured out fairly well, at least the army that I play, which is the Orc War Clan's Iron Jaws. I've got them figured out pretty well, and I really like Sigmar. I like the simplicity of it compared to 40k. I think that's one thing I'm learning about 40k versus Sigmar, is 40k is way more complex. So I think if I just want to sit down and hang out with a friend and play a chill game, I think Sigmar is the better game for that, because 40k requires so much, and it's going to require so many games for me to even feel like I know what's going on, I think. But I have played almost one full game of Sigmar, and I have played a portion of a game of 40k. And probably when I come out with the next update video, I'll have played more than that. I play D&D. That's another hobby that I'm still sort of enjoying. I'll be honest, D&D hasn't been as much fun for me lately. It's kind of hard to get a group of people to work together and have the same goals and like actually feel like a party. At least it has been with our group. We're on like session 11 or 12. And it still feels like everyone is just playing as their own individual and not like working together. It feels like everyone has their own like stuff they want to do. And maybe that's normal for D&D. I don't know. If that's normal, then I just need to get used to it and adjust. But it doesn't feel like we're like working together at all. It feels like we all have our little solo missions that we want to do on. We all have our own backstory that we want to dive into, and we don't want to share or get anybody else involved with it. We just want to go off and have our backstory moments and then come back and talk to the party for a minute and then go off and do something else and then come back and talk to the party for a minute and then go off. At least that's how it feels through my eyes. And I very much want to play D&D to be a party and a group and a unit and to work together and to have teamwork. But it doesn't feel like we're at that point yet. And maybe it just takes a while. Maybe 12 sessions isn't that much, and I'm just expecting too much too soon. But D&D has been fun. I'm enjoying playing my character. I'm currently playing a moon druid. He's a half orc moon druid, and his focus is very much on like tracking people. And so I kind of went down like an investigator. Like I made a custom background called Vigilante. I very much went down like the investigate criminals, try to bring them in himself kind of mode. And it ties into his backstory where like his father was a like illegal whaler and illegal fisherman and like dumping into the ocean and stuff like that, and basically just making his living off of doing illegal things. And so he very much didn't like that and very much saw what that was doing to the family and to his father. And so he became kind of like a vigilante trying to fight that stuff. And it's pretty cool. I'm like trekking down clues, and the DM let me homebrew a feat where I don't have to sleep. So while the party's sleeping, I can go out at night and like look into clues or track down leads or look at bounty boards or go to libraries and do reading and like learn stuff. You know what I mean? Like, so it's that aspect of it is cool. Yeah, I'm still enjoying it. It feels like we aren't a group yet. in 40K, I'm playing the Adeptus Custodes. I don't think I mentioned that. That's the first army I wanted to try because they seem pretty straightforward and they seem pretty forgiving for new players because they're so tanky and they hit so well. So I feel like if you misplay, it's kind of forgiving because of that. They also don't play a lot of models, so I don't have to learn a lot of different stuff. I just have to learn what a few things do. So yeah, 40K is cool. So if you guys want to play any 40K, hop in my Discord. There'll be a link in the description. Or if you want to play any Age of Sigmar, if you're interested in it, hop in. The last thing that I kind of want to talk about this week, well, there's two things. We'll talk about the easier one first. I'm trying to start building some habits, some good, healthy habits that I think will help me. So I'm going to be doing, so like this week I picked meditation, and it's not going to be a week. I'm going to try to do a month where I meditate every day at least once. But the goal will be to meditate in the morning, kind of around lunchtime, and then before I go to bed. That way I'm kind of recentering and like, it's for me, meditation almost feels like it just like unclogs my brain is what meditation feels like for me. So I very much struggle with overthinking and thinking too much and stressing out about it and worrying and yeah, my brain just kind of drives me crazy at times. It just gets like stress overload because I think too much. And what meditation does is it takes me out of that for a minute. It feels like it clears my mind and I can kind of go forward with a more blank slate instead of all of the thought loops that are just running in circles in my head. So I know it's a really good habit that I need to build. I've just been lazy and haven't built it. So I'm challenging myself to meditate every single day for a month. And I'll probably post like update videos. So like at 1 week, if I've accomplished 1 week worth of meditating every day, I'll probably like do a video about talking about it and how I feel before and after and stuff like that. That's kind of my goal with that. So that's the first one I'm trying to tackle, along with walking every day. That's another goal. Here lately, I've gotten out of the habit of walking, which has not been good for me. When I was walking, my mental state was a lot better. I slept a lot better. I had more energy. I just felt better in general. And I felt good while I was walking. Like I was actually enjoying doing it. And in the past week and a half, I just haven't been. Because I haven't felt like it. I've been lazy, whatever excuses I want to give. And I need to get back into that. So those are kind of the two habits that I'm working on. And I'll probably do some update videos on how that goes. The last thing I want to talk about is there was a person that I was talking in a romantic way, not just, having friendly conversation with, since about May, about the first or second week in May. I think it was around like May 8th or something like that is my guess. Now that I've thought about it more. And it felt like it was getting really serious for a long time. And just, I'll say yesterday as of recording this, I don't know when I'm going to post this. She told me that she did not want to be in a relationship and that she needs to work on herself. And she's not the person that she wants to be in order to go into a relationship. And I believe her. I think she's being honest about that. I have noticed that she isn't in the best headspace and doesn't seem like she is where she needs to be in a relationship. I understand that. And for context, we started talking right after she had broke up with somebody. And so I kind of knew at the beginning that she probably wasn't ready to be in another relationship. But as you do when you like someone and you're interested in them, you ignore that. And instead of putting that burden on myself to be like, hey, she probably isn't ready, keep this in mind, I ignored that and I put that burden completely on her. And I kind of just left it up to her to do what she wanted to do as far as talking to me and possibly entering into a relationship with me. And I think it's fair of me to say that she didn't do a good job of not leaning into being with me. We talked a lot. We did things that romantic couples do, that basically boyfriends and girlfriends would do. Had a lot of FaceTime conversations that were really good. I really enjoyed talking to this person. She challenged me. She was really smart. I learned something from her almost every time we talked, which is rare for me. Not trying to toot my own horn and sound like I'm super intelligent, because I think I'm above average intelligence. But like 90% of women that I talk to, it's very boring. It's very small talky. It's very not interesting. What I would call not interesting conversation. And I don't learn anything. I don't feel challenged intellectually. And that wasn't the case with this person. I felt like I said, I learned something almost every time I talked to her, which is a big deal for me. I really liked that about her. But I should have put the burden on myself to know that she probably wasn't where she needed to be in a relationship. And I should have held back, but I didn't. I went all in. I jumped in to the deep end without a life jacket, and that's what got me into the situation I'm in now, where I'm hurting a lot. Yeah, it's not really easy to talk about it, because I do love this person. And I would say, in about a week ago, I was ready to ask her to be my girlfriend. But the last week or so, I could tell that things weren't good, and she was pulling away. And so I finally I was getting more and more upset, and it was hurting my feelings, and I was feeling depression coming back because of it. And so I just kind of told her how I felt, and she thought about what I had to say and how I felt for a while, like 6-7 hours or so. And she came back and told me that she wasn't ready to be in a relationship. So, yeah. And she still wants to be friends. And I'm kind of where I'm at with it now is I'm deciding whether I still want to be friends. Obviously, I want that. This is a person I care very much about. I have, I do. I love this person. And so the thought of not having them in my life really sounds terrible. But I know that I won't be okay just being friends forever. And so I think I shouldn't be friends now, because I think what's going to happen is we're going to stay the way we are, and nothing is going to change. So I'm still going to feel emotionally attached to this person. I'm still going to want her to be my girlfriend. I'm still going to want to be romantic with her, and she's not going to want that, and it's going to cause conflict. And if she meets somebody else, that's definitely going to cause conflict, because as much as I would like to just be her friend, I can't look at her that way. And it's going to keep me from moving on and meeting someone else. I know that I'm not going to be happy, because this last week I haven't been happy with the way things are, with us barely talking and only talking every now and then, and not meeting, and not FaceTiming and stuff like that. So yeah, I think at this point I'm leaning towards not being friends with this person, as much as it sucks. And it's going to hurt a lot to rip that Band-Aid off and not talk to them every day, like we have been for the past, since May. But I think it's what's best, and so I think that's what I'm going to do. But I asked her for some time to think about it, so I'm going to think about it some more and really honestly look at myself and see if I'm mature enough to handle only being friends with this person, which I don't think I am. I'm not very good at just being friends with women. I'm just not. I almost always develop romantic feelings, and this is someone who I have very strong romantic feelings for already. So I don't think I'm going to be able to just dial it back and go into friend mode. So yeah. So if videos are slow, if stuff isn't coming out very quickly for a while, if I take some time off, just know that that's why. I'm okay. I'll be okay. I need some time away from her and to figure out what's going on with me. I'm going to try to use it as a kickstart to focus on myself and be better. So like, that's why part of the reason I'm starting the meditation thing and starting the walking back up again. I'm going to try to just kind of dive into hobbies and videos and walking and self-improvement. I'm looking into maybe getting some counseling. I think that might be beneficial for me. It's just whether I can afford it or not, or whether I want to spend that much money on it or not. I think I can afford it. It's just whether or not I feel like it'll be worth it to spend that money on it. So yeah, I'm doing okay. I'll be all right. I appreciate all the support that you guys have shown on both of the channels. They're growing slowly but steadily right now. They're not growing anything crazy. And I know this is going to be a bit of a weird first video to pop up on the channel, but I'm going to probably do one of these every week so that I can get my feelings out and express them, because I'm not very good at talking to them with friends and family, and I'm really bad about holding stuff in. So I think this will be like a vlog style thing to help me. Yeah. And hopefully you guys will get to learn more about me. You'll get to know why I make some of the decisions I make as far as the YouTube stuff goes, stuff that I'm currently interested in and what's going on. And yeah, it just seems like a healthy thing for me to do and a fun thing for me to do. So thank you to those that tuned in this far. This is like a 30-minute video. I'll probably try to cut out some of the stuff to trim it down a little bit, but I'm not going to edit it too much. Yeah, thanks to those that tuned into this. If you would subscribe to this channel and to my other channels, I appreciate the support a lot. And take care of each other, love each other, be kind to each other. There's not a lot of that going on right now. It seems like people are really struggling with mental health, and it's causing them to not treat other people well. So if you can, reach out to somebody, tell them you love them. Yeah, just take care of each other, guys. I will see you in the next video. Peace.